Hey, here today talking all about homeschool graduation. Now, this video is going to be a little different because I haven't done a homeschool graduation yet, so it's not like I have 5 tips to offer you or anything like that. I was just going to chat a little bit about what we're doing and maybe get some ideas from you as well. Hi everyone, I'm Pam Barnhill, and I have helped thousands of homeschoolers create doable systems, beat burnout, and bring more joy to their homeschool day. Welcome to the show. And yeah, we're going to be talking all about homeschool graduation today because I am graduating my very first kid. So, cue the applause. But I have to tell you that senioritis has hit her, but it's also hit me as well. I didn't realize normally at the end of every single homeschool year, we reach a point where I'm just kind of ready to be done, but it usually doesn't hit until about the first week of May. And this year, it hit about mid-March. I was like, oh, yeah, so ready to be done with this school year. And we're kind of like limping along. And I really think it has to do with the fact that she's ready to be done too. And we have a touch of senioritis. Now, that would be fine, except for the fact that I have 2 other students. I have a 16-year-old who I guess technically is in 10th grade, and then I have another one who is, I think he's a 7th grader right now. He's 13. I know that much. So, we still have to keep moving on for them. And I'm coming to the realization that my homeschool is going to look a little different next year. I'm kind of sad. I get a little verklempt at the idea of one of my students is going to be gone. I know that there are some families who just eschew the whole thing. Like, we're not going to do any of the traditional things, but we've always kind of liked the idea. Now, we didn't do anything like a kindergarten graduation or an elementary school graduation, but honestly, the point where you finish your elementary schooling and then you either go off to a college or go off into the world of work or go off into the mission field, or in my daughter's case, not really going off at all. We're just doing a gap year next year. It is a milestone, and I personally think that it's one that should be recognized. It's different than those other kind of lower made up graduations that they've come up with. So we are celebrating this. And we started out with the idea, we had a couple of options to us, available to us. So we could have done a graduation. There are any number around our state where homeschoolers are graduating, either with like a local co-op or just some kind of homeschool group, or the cover school in Alabama. We have a cover school that we cover with. So those opportunities were available to us, but we really don't know any of those people very well. We don't have a group that we're part of. Not that particular student. My youngest son is actually part of a co-op, but my older 2 are not. And so there just really wasn't a place for us where we felt comfortable. We just don't know them. And so, why would we take part in something where we don't know the people? So we kind of nixed that idea. And then we moved on to the idea of, well, do we gather with some people we know who have seniors graduating this year and maybe do something with them? And I think that probably would have been my daughter's favorite option, to kind of graduate with some of her friends. But the problem was, those were the families who don't really do the same thing. They don't recognize the graduation, or they wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to do their thing separately. So that really kind of left us with the only option available to us was, we're going to have some kind of party to celebrate Olivia's graduation. And that's what we decided to do. Now, we toyed with the idea of doing it here at home. And the more I got to thinking about, I'm really going to have to clean my house and have the landscapers come and refresh the flower beds, and I'm going to have to rent chairs, and maybe there's some pressure washing that needs to be done. And the more I thought about all of that and the expense that came with it, the more I was like, yeah, we really should just rent out the hall at the church. And it became less expensive in the long run to just do that. And so that's what we're doing. We're renting out the hall at our church. Theoretically, it could seat up to 100 people. We're going to serve kind of a light luncheon. We're going to do an open house in the afternoon is basically what we're going to do. So we are going to have some foods and snacks, some cake there. and allow people to come and go as they wish. So we'll kind of have a window from like 2 to 5 p.m. that it's an open house and you can stop in whenever you want. And we didn't want to do anything like super formal. We didn't want to set up, auditorium style chairs for one student for one child who is graduating. So we're gonna have like dining tables, and it's gonna be kind of very informal. My mother is very excited about the idea of like doing the centerpieces and decorating, and I think that's fabulous. I think like she is good at that kind of stuff. I am not. So I will be her assistant and help her with that. And that'll be a way that she contributes to sending Olivia off and ending her school well. And so right now the plan is to do the open house with food, but then to have a certain time on the program where we're going to say a few words, give her diploma, have her say something very brief. We're not going to put her under pressure to write a speech or anything like that, and then have our pastor give her a blessing. So that's kind of the plan right now, and we're pretty excited about that. We've also done senior pictures recently. That was a lot of fun. She got to pick out her cap and gown, and she got to choose any color that she wanted. Now she says she's going to bedazzle the top. I think that's perfectly fine. And she'll wear the cap and gown mostly for the senior pictures, and then also they have a graduates mass at church and then a dinner for them. So she'll wear it for that. Whether or not she wears it at the party, I have no idea if she's going to do that or not. That's not really kind of the point of the party. She may put it on for a few minutes, but I doubt she wears it the entire time. And then she's also going to a couple of proms. She's going to her own homeschool prom, and then she was asked by a friend from church to go to prom with him, and so she'll be doing that at our local public high school prom. So it's just a good, fun senior year. Now, one of the coolest ideas that came out of my conversations about these things was I was talking to my friend Amy Sloan, who was homeschooled herself, and she was talking about how special her parents had made her graduation. I really like some of the ideas that they had. Some letters from some of her teachers. I may try to get the adults in Olivia's life who have taught her to do some maybe little video messages that we could play for her. I think she would like that a lot. And then Amy was also telling me that her parents, she was really interested in Scotland at the time of her graduation, and so her parents actually hired a bagpipe player, which I thought was so neat. And so Olivia's fascination is mushrooms, and believe it or not, there are mushroom bouquets out there, and so we're actually going to work some mushrooms into the centerpieces and the flower bouquets that we're using. And then we'll also have some photos of her and a video and different things like that. So we're super excited about graduation. But I would love to hear your ideas. If you have done a homeschool graduation, or if you are doing one, if you're planning one, and you have some really great ideas, or maybe you've been to one and you've seen some great ideas, please leave them in the comments below, because we would just love to have some really great fun ideas for Olivia's graduation, maybe something we haven't thought about yet. And we're still in the planning stages of this. We've got a little over a month, about 7 weeks before it happens. And so, yeah, we would like all the ideas that you could give us. And I'll be back again later to report on how it went and show you the outcome. All right, subscribe, hit the bell, come back again to talk about homeschooling, and thanks so much for being here.